All right, hello everyone, and welcome to Take Two of the Filmbox podcast. We're here today. I'm your host, Aaron Souza. I'm joined today by the usual crew, Connor and Sam, with proper audio.
Hello.
How you guys doing?
Better? Is that a better hello?
Good.
Yeah, that
Better,
works out
'cause it
much
wasn't
better.
me.
For those listening on the audio podcast, we almost went through this with Sam having bad audio on his webcam, which would not be the first time we've done this.
No, only I can do that.
Apparently. But no, we're here. We're talking about Fantastic Four. Just came out like 3 days ago, and we're gonna be doing a big old discussion about that today. But first, let's just dive in to what we've been watching lately. Starting off with Sam. What you got?
What do I got?
What do you got?
All right, so
What was the last day? When did we record? Like, I don't even remember what.
17th?
It was like the 17th, so it's been over a week.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah. So I've been pretty busy, obviously. So I've only seen, I think, 3 movies. 3 or 4 movies. Yeah, because the last one was that one. I was just scrolling on Max, and I noticed a Jesse Eisenberg movie, and I watched The Double.
It's a very strange choice for you, and we talked about this before.
You know me and my strange choice movies.
Yeah, but like normally your strange choice movies are like obscure action from 2006, not like Art House Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah.
Like, it's like the same vein. Like, if you would just come on the pod and like, yeah, I just watched, like just a random Criterion film just for kicks. Yeah. I'd be like, what? This is weird.
I was just scrolling through and I was just like, why not watch Harakiri out of the blue?
Yeah, right.
But I've never seen this before, or I like heard of it before, and I watched it, and it's actually really good.
Yeah. There's a whole world of art house that you need to dive into. Please.
Yes.
Please. Anyways.
And then I wanted to knock a 2025 film off my list, so I watched Nanas with Vince Vaughn.
Love it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. And then I watched Fantastic Four. So
wonderful.
You'll hear my thoughts.
Yeah, we'll talk in depth about it. Are you drinking anything?
Drinking a black cherry seltzer.
There it is. Love it. Beautiful.
Waterloo. What is that a store brand?
I don't know. I saw it at King's.
Because I feel like I've only seen that in like a specific store, and I can't think of the store off the top of my head.
I mean, I found it in King Supers, which I don't think there's any King Supers in the Northeast.
No.
So.
No, definitely not.
No.
All right. Well, I've seen, let's see, 3, 6, 9, 10 movies since we last recorded. Starting off with kind of a dive into the neo-noir detective genre that I've been doing recently, that I've quickly learned is like one of my favorite genres. It's just, there's so much heat in this genre. Started with Long Goodbye with Elliot Gould, great film. Then No Way Out with Kevin Costner, Gene Hackman, great movie. Kind of an insane premise, but love the movie. Em wanted to watch Roman Holiday, so I watched that. Yes, it's a good movie. It's a pretty good movie.
Yeah, I saw your review was lacking a couple stars there, bud.
Look, I enjoyed it, but I have a bit of a hot take about this movie. Gregory Peck just has no sauce at all in that movie. Like, he's got nothing.
You gotta hop off the pod, my man.
No, dude. Gregory Peck
is
like the most, in this movie specifically, has like no juice. He's got no game. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just not it. Follow that up just a couple days later. Watched Showgirls, the Paul Verhoeven film. This is a 5 out of 5 masterpiece, and also probably one of the worst movies I've ever seen. It's incredible. Have either of you seen Showgirls?
I was way too young when I watched
I know.
Showgirls for the first time.
You watched it? Okay, yeah, fair enough. I mean, it is just rampant with nudity and vulgarity and just the most outlandish stuff you've ever seen. And at the very core of it is just one of the worst performances from Elizabeth Berkley I think I've ever seen. And yet it's amazing in every way and actually quite poignant at times about like commentary about show business and the people who take advantage at the top of the game. It's absurd. Amazing movie. I would watch it again anytime. Follow that up with Night Moves, Gene Hackman, Criterion movie that I went up and picked up on a whim. Follow that up with Hardcore, another neo-noir with George C. Scott. Weird movie. And then the other day, A Few Good Men was on TV. It was like the last 50 minutes of A Few Good Men. I was like, yeah, I'm in.
I feel like you always catch the last like half of that movie.
You never.
The amount of times you've said like, "Oh, it just happened to be on," and it was like the last hour, the last 50.
Oh yeah, I mean this movie. When it's on TV, it never. I fully believe that they start this movie at the last hour because it's never on TV where it's like I'll catch it from the beginning. It's always like from the trial has already started. And they're working their way through everyone, and then you get like the Kiefer Sutherland interrogation, and like that's where you start, and then you get some of the best moments of the film from then on. But then I had a triple feature day that started with The Silence of the Lambs, which is just one of the best movies ever made. So good. Fantastic Four: First Steps, which we'll talk about, and then ended the night off with Chinatown, which is kind of a bookend, a Fantastic Four sandwich, bookended by some of the greatest neo-noir detective movies ever made. And I've got water in my Fantastic Four cup that I bought for $17.
They didn't have any of those near me.
Yeah, I was debating on whether or not to get the cup or the popcorn bucket, but I'm like, nah.
Yeah. So can we talk about that for a second? So my showcase,
the popcorn bucket that looks like
there's a couple.
Reed has a massive cock.
Yes. Yeah. So there's a couple different iterations. There's the Galactus one, which is dope as hell. There's the Herbie one, which is also really, really cool. And then there's a popcorn bucket that basically has like Mr. Fantastic stretching around it as like a handle. And it's pretty cool. And my showcase was selling, I think they were sold out of the Galactus, but they were selling the Mr. Fantastic ones. And I was like, oh, how much is the Mr. Fantastic popcorn bucket? Can you give me a wager what they said was the price on that thing?
Like $34.
$60.
Holy shit.
$60. And I said, nah, I'll pass. I'm not paying $60.
For Galactus, sure. For
Galactus
Herbie,
is
sure.
$80. I mean, the
Galactus
Galactus one is worth $80 because it's like it's like massive and lights up. But the Mr. Fantastic popcorn bucket was $60.
That's insane.
Have you seen it, Connor?
No.
All right, I'm gonna show. This is it.
There's a joke going around. Like if you look at it at the right angle, it looks like instead of his hand wrapping around the bucket, it looks like his wrapping around the bucket.
Yeah, here. I'll show it.
Well, I have seen like there's a cup where like the straw is where his
Yeah, so this
Johnson
is the
should
popcorn
be.
bucket. So that was pretty cool. But like you look at it from this angle, it's his dick. He's just
I don't know.
That's $60 at Showcase. It's insane.
Yeah. But you could flip it for 75 on eBay.
Yeah, well,
Which after you take out their fees, you're getting probably like 55, so you'd lose money there.
Yep.
That's business.
Yeah, so then I asked the guy, I literally was like, how much is the Mr. Fantastic popcorn bucket? And he put it into the system and it rang up as $60. I was like, I'll pass. How much is the collectible cup? 17? Oh, that's much better.
It's still not great, but
Hey, look, it's better than at that point I was like pot committed and I wasn't going to spend $60 on something. So when he said 17, I was like, you know what? That's way better.
it's less than 60. I'm good.
Yeah. All right, Connor, you're up. What have you seen?
All right. Of course, my iPad just turned off as soon as it was my turn. But okay, I started with a 2025 release. I finally saw The Amateur.
Ooh.
And it's funny coming off like Superman when they're both Rachel Brosnahan films. And it's so funny seeing the difference in chemistry between like her and David Cornsweet and her and like Rami Malek.
Yep.
And there is just no juice between them.
Yikes.
It's pretty boring. But it was funny because I didn't realize it was like a remake of the it was a remake. And when I looked up the original on Wikipedia, it's like the most, not that Wikipedia is like they do professional like movie summaries, but it's like the most unprofessional like movie summary. It's like it was like, all right, so here's what's happening. This guy's wife gets killed in a terrorist attack, but here's a twist.
Oh,
like this is in the summary. I'm like, all right, let's have some standards.
Yikes.
But then I was still riding high. I mean, it had been a while since I'd seen Superman at that point, but I was really into the DC. So I ripped off Superman vs. the Elite, Superman Doomsday, took a break with Moneyball because it's baseball trade deadline season, and I saw someone post a clip of like during the movie's deadline scene when Brad Pitt's just like spitting in his chair like, oh, why is no one calling?
Yep.
And I was like, you know what, I gotta watch this again. But then literally after that, I went back, Superman, Batman, Apocalypse, Justice League War, Justice League Throne of Atlantis, Son of Batman, Batman v Robin, Justice League vs. Titans. Then I watched Fantastic Four First Steps. And last night, I was with Erin and her parents at their house. They wanted a movie recommendation. I said, let's put on Red Eye. So I watched Red Eye again with them.
Interesting. Interesting. Isn't that the best feeling too when you're with someone and they're like, hey, give me a movie recommendation, and then you pull out something, you're like, let's watch this, and then everyone's like, yeah, that was good. It's like, I did good.
Well, yeah, because they know like I'm their movie guy,
right?
So they're like, let's put on a movie. Connor,
yeah, what do we see?
But the problem is, I got logged out of my family's Netflix because like I'm out of the household now.
Yeah.
Which, for whatever reason, I was fine being at my apartment and not being in the household. But I guess being in someone else's house and trying to log in at the Netflix, that's a big no-no.
No, it's too much. It's too much.
Yeah.
And what are you drinking? Oh,
Ghost America Pop.
Nice. Very nice. All right. Well, so we're going to talk about Fantastic Four, but before we do that, there's something I want to bring up that is Marvel related. And Connor, I don't know if this is going to be the same thing that you wanted to bring up.
Definitely not.
But Avengers Doomsday. You guys hear about this little movie?
No, I never heard of it.
Yeah. So the newest Avengers movie that apparently they're hinging fucking everything on is shooting currently.
Without a script.
Yeah, they don't have a finished script for this movie. Not good, as they say. Usually the order of operations is like write a script, finish a script, sell the script, make the movie off the script. When you're making the movie and the script's not done, it usually means bad. And I don't have much hope at this point for Avengers Doomsday. You could already tell they were signaling the end when they cast RDJ as Doctor Doom and didn't make it a surprise. Now they're just like, yeah, we just got to make this movie. It's supposed to come out next year. They don't even have a finished script.
It's going to keep getting pushed back because at this point, I feel like they're just waiting. I don't even know if like they announced like Tom Holland was going to be a part of this or not. But because like he obviously is working on the Odyssey now.
Yep.
But like it feels like they're still just waiting on a casting,
Right.
which is still absurd that they're
Not
filming.
great.
And like Rebecca Roman was like, I don't even know if I'm done filming.
Yeah.
Because they have not sent me or they haven't finished the script.
That's so
and they
bad.
brought on new writers because they're still trying to finish this third act. And yeah, it's gonna be a mess. But it's an Avengers movie. It's gonna make $1 billion most likely.
Yeah, it's gonna be so bad.
And you know what too? Like because I've seen it a lot. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, this is the Infinity War all over again. Like the heroes are gonna lose, and everyone's gonna be all upset." And it's like they haven't built up to that at all.
No, I saw someone put it really well the other day. It's like the thing that works so well about the first part of Marvel is that they spent basically 10 years building up to Infinity War and the arrival of Thanos, and now they're trying to like speed run that in less than half the time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
because Feige was like, yeah, so looking back at it, we probably shouldn't have done Kang. That was definitely a mistake.
Wow. Yikes.
Yeah, if he gets beaten by ants,
Yeah.
Yeah, there was no I mean, I didn't listen to the whole interview that Kevin Feige did, but he was like, I have never seen a good script come my way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we have not made a good movie ever.
Yeah.
It's just not the stuff you want to hear from
the
head honcho.
Yeah, no, we're getting towards a real bad news bears situation with these guys.
Listen,
they should.
And I saw
another year.
Yeah,
like,
they're gonna have to.
They have to delay it again.
Yeah, there's no way.
And I mean, I saw someone else say it on Reddit, but it's like we're getting dangerously close to like Marvel hitting their Rise of Skywalker.
Oh yeah.
Moment.
Oh yeah. No, it could happen, and then it's like, all right, that's it. Marvel's done.
Well, especially with like Superman came out the same month, and like that movie's already made 500 mil.
Right.
This one, I know we're gonna talk about it. It's already at 200 mil. So like they're still doing well financially, but now you have an actual competitor back in the market. Like in your own game.
Right.
So.
Ooh, boy. Not good. Not good stuff. All right, Connor, you said you had some. Wow, did you hear that voice crack? I didn't want to point it out, but woo! You had something you wanted to talk about.
It was more. I should have planned it a bit further ahead because it was more for like my segment of.
Okay. So we'll let's jump in then. Let's jump into to Fantastic Four. I'm gonna give you the log line, and then we can kind of talk about our overall thoughts. So, Fantastic Four: First Steps. Forced to balance their roles as heroes with the strength of their family bond, the Fantastic Four must defend Earth from a ravenous space god called Galactus and his enigmatic herald Silver Surfer. What did you think of the Fantastic Four: First Steps? Sam, we'll start with you.
All right. I had high hopes, and going into it, I was not disappointed. I think it was a big relief. Especially after like what we've seen this year with like Captain America, and like Thunderbolts. You could tell that they're kind of getting their stuff together. Like, yeah, Captain America wasn't great.
It was bad. Actually, it was horrendous.
Yeah. And then Thunderbolts was very good, and then I was hoping they would keep that trend going with this one. And in my opinion, I think they did.
Yeah.
Obviously, it wasn't the best Marvel movie. But again, it wasn't slop. So
it wasn't Brave New World, Deadpool and Wolverine, The Marvels, Quantumania. Like,
yeah,
we've been on a bit of a run, and it's better than those.
Yeah.
Connor, what did you think of Fantastic Four?
I thought Fantastic Four was pretty good. And what's frustrating is it had all the bones to be great.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of those moments where like there was nothing else the movie could have done, but you could tell like it was hacked to death basically in the editing room.
Yeah, they needed some extra stuff somewhere.
They needed there, but you know the scenes were there.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, they just wanted to cut the runtime down.
Yeah.
And moments that should have had more time to breathe didn't, and scenes of that were probably very important just weren't there. And it just made the whole movie as a whole kind of just feel, I don't want to say shallow, but like walking out of the theater, I didn't have any sort of like emotional. There was no emotional feeling for me when I walked out.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put it like that.
Mm-hmm.
But like when I was watching it, yeah, it was incredibly entertaining. For the most part, I really liked the set pieces. Visually, it looked great, and I liked the score. I liked how they just really embraced being a comic book movie again.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, I forgot to add in my part. Like, I honestly think I left with more questions than answers.
Oh, interesting. Well, think about those
yeah,
questions when we get to the questions.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, and
we'll get over it.
It's funny too because I saw someone say like, I don't want to keep bringing up Superman, but I saw someone say like, you walk out of this movie wanting more, knowing that they had more on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas with Superman, you walk out wanting more, knowing that more is to come.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, I think that's a good it's a good comparison to make. I definitely feel like the story of Fantastic Four was not as strong as what they put into the movie. I mean, they took a lot of care to make a movie that has practical sets, that has really cool costumes, that has, all the vibes of like a retro film, which I appreciated, but also we spent a lot of time doing things that maybe we didn't need to focus on. Yeah, but that's it. I thought it was fun. I mean, I left the movie happy, which was more than I could say that over Captain America: Brave New World. Like, I left Brave New World physically upset and also got sick from that movie. Like this was a much better experience comparatively, and I enjoyed it. So I've got some production details I want to just talk to you about. So first off, obviously this is a movie directed by Matt Shakman. The screenplay was made by 4 different people, which is never great. It's Josh Friedman, Eric Pearson, Jeff Kaplan, and Ian Springer all worked on this script. Featuring an ensemble cast of Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Ebon Moss-Bachrach, Joseph Quinn, and also starring Julia Garner, Natasha Lyonne, Paul Walter Hauser, and Ralph Ineson as the voice of Galactus. And cinematography by Jess Hall. And music by Michael Giacchino. Runtime of 114 minutes and a budget of $200 million. Connor, you alluded to it earlier. It's already made $218 million, and it's going to continue to grow. And I think,
I'm not shocked.
Yeah, I'm not surprised about that. But Connor, you kind of predicted this earlier in the year. We did a predictions article at the start of 2025. And you wrote down that you firmly believe that Superman would be a better movie, but that Fantastic Four would make more money. And I think we might see that. Because, like, I don't know. I didn't go see Superman, but I don't know about you guys. But, like, this had... I have not seen a movie sell out like this since Oppenheimer. Really. Because, like, I went to go see... Like, Em and I were like, oh, maybe we should just go see Fantastic Four tonight. And my local theater it was sold out on Thursday. Like, completely. I was like, oh, okay, we're talking about this. And then when I went to see it on Friday at 3:55, sold out I mean, I literally like it was. I got a seat, but it was a full theater.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I don't know.
We went to go see it in XD, and I think we bought tickets like last week, and it was already full. So we had to like settle for like we were like in the handicap row, but like
Nice.
the actual seats in the handicap row, like right on the aisle.
Yep.
And it was like, yeah,
Yeah, it's
that was
crazy.
like a week ahead of time. That was a week ahead of time.
Yeah, this movie's making waves at the box office, I think. I mean, so, I think your prediction's going to end up being dead on.
Yeah, I mean, I think their Rotten Tomatoes are pretty neck and neck right now, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, the Rotten Tomatoes, I think, is one. I think people are going to look back and see that Superman is a better movie than this one. But, so a couple things again about this movie, about kind of the background. So, Matt Shakman, only one other movie that he's directed. He's a very prominent TV director, but he only ever did one other movie. The absolute madman wanted this film to look as if it were made by Stanley Kubrick in 1965, which is an absolutely absurd thing to hear about a Marvel movie in 2025. Wanted to replicate camera lens choices and general approach to filmmaking. And the second unit DP, Tim Wooster, used his father's 16 millimeter film camera for some of the sequences, which is kind of cool. They built the Baxter Building penthouse on a 2-story contiguous set. So that whole set was fully built all in one piece. They didn't like have separate rooms to film in, which is pretty sick. And then Reed's lab was inspired by 2001: A Space Odyssey, which is wild. So like Shakman, to give him credit, was going all out trying to make this movie like look as good as possible. They even built out a fictionalized version of Yancey Street that looked the way it would have when Fantastic Four's co-creator Jack Kirby lived there. I mean, it's just nuts, the depths that they went to create the sets and stuff like that on this movie. I love it. I mean, that's one of the best parts of this movie for me, honestly, is that. So it's kind of cool to read while I was doing some research. All right, let's go to let's pop into our categories here. Let's do what works first. So I've got off the bat, I've got the newsreel montages. I love the kind of opening when they're doing the newsreels. I think they also did it in Brave New World, which was kind of weird.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
they did the
remember that
newsreel to start, and they talked about Thunderbolt Ross.
Oh,
And,
yeah, I do remember that now.
Yeah. Well, it's a very forgettable movie. I don't blame you for not remembering. But they did it in The Incredibles, and I love that in The Incredibles. It's so good. What do you got? What do you got for what works?
I mean, right off the rip, the Earth 828 aesthetic is
Sick.
awesome.
It's sick.
Mm-hmm.
It's. I mean, I have something for that later, so I don't want to spend too much time on it. But I like it's something new and it's fresh. It's not just like bland New York,
Right.
and I like that it's also not just like old-timey New York too. Like I love this like retro futuristic landscape that they're in, where they have like flying cars and all the technology they have is like beyond our time, but in the hardware of their like the 60s.
It's very Jetsons,
which is cool.
Which
exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Is like what 1965 imagined what 2025 would be like. And I appreciated that a lot. Sam, what do you got? Give me something that works.
Yeah. I am glad that we didn't see the origin story of the Fantastic Four once again.
Yes.
They did explain it, but like we didn't go through the entire thing.
That wasn't the point of the movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's not like in
Great
the previous
choice.
movies, they like spent half the movie getting their powers or whatnot, whatever it was.
Yeah. So you have no origin stories.
Yep.
Right.
Love that. It's a great choice. In the same vein as Connor, Herbie rocks. I love Herbie.
Yeah. I love how like Joseph Quinn would just like pet him.
Yes.
But everyone else would just like treat him as like a maid.
Yeah. Herbie
Like
Herbie
imagine
rocks.
imagine if you did just have like a maid running around your house and then like you would just like pet them on top of their head and like a pet. It's like, oh, good job.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, thank you.
Yeah, right. He's like I gotta take about him later, so we'll get to that.
Probably had one of the funniest scenes in the movie too.
Which scene?
Are we talking spoilers or?
Sure. Yeah, we'll mark this. We're half hour, and we'll mark this as like the spoiler section. So
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. It was
Spoilers.
when at the end after Galactus has like found Franklin in the Baxter building after like Johnny had dropped him off and Herbie is just trying to distract him doing like
Oh
a little
yes.
puppet.
Yep.
And then Galactus is just walking up behind him and just punches through the building.
So good. Yeah, no, I would say like by extension, just practical robots in movies works. It always works. There is not a time I remember where if you don't have like an actual practical robot in your movie that it doesn't work. Star Wars, I think, being the most famous example of that, but I love that they actually made Herbie an actual thing that they could interact with.
I got.
Oh, go ahead.
The introductions of the Silver Surfer, Shalabal, and Galactus were awesome.
Yeah.
When she showed up with like the meteors behind her, just dropped the hardest line of the movie.
Yeah.
I herald your end. I herald Galactus. And then when they go to space to see him, and he's just been sitting in the background the entire time, and his eyes just light up, just showing his scale compared to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of wish he had like a bit of a score going for him, but it was still a perfect way to showcase him as not just a giant cloud.
Yeah, I just wish he was bigger, honestly. Like, I know there was kind of some limitations on what they really feasibly could make look good on screen. But, like, Galactus, I just thought, I imagined him bigger.
Yeah, that was one of my what didn't work well.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about that.
From what I've heard, he could, like, shrink or grow to whatever he needs.
Got it.
So, like, he could have been even bigger if he... Yeah.
That makes sense. We'll talk about that. I liked one of the things I think this movie did pretty well that I don't think we get often enough in these superhero movies is like the public dissent that happens post them coming home. Like there is like public outrage at the Fantastic Four, and we don't often see like the normal people side of superhero movies. I love that they gave us that. I love that they put that moment in, or those moments of like the just people on the street yelling at Grimm like, hey, we've got, we're family too, whatever. The protests outside of the Baxter building, I thought it was pretty cool, pretty good.
Yeah. Well, even I liked that the whole the press conference right after they come back, and it's like, oh, tell us how you beat Galactus. Yeah. And it's just like goes to how like they're not just heroes, but they're like celebrities. So it very much feels like they are like a Sunday morning cartoon of like, all right, there's a villain. Don't worry, the Fantastic Four are gonna beat them, save the day, and then here's we'll hear about their conquest. But it was like, oh fuck, they lost.
Yeah.
Or they didn't even lose. They were like, we couldn't do anything.
Yikes. Yeah.
Um
Sam, what do you got? You got another one?
I think the CGI was good. Some parts was not that great.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk. I got a big old one that we'll talk about.
But I think the Ben Grimm design was pretty solid.
Yeah,
Galactus was pretty solid. So, but
yeah, the character designs were pretty cool.
Yeah. Johnny when he flamed, that was stuff.
Yeah. And I just say what works. Ralph Ineson as Galactus's voice.
Oh yeah,
pretty good. Mm-hmm. It's a great voice. And then the family bonds, the family story in this movie, but really in any movie, like having a strong familial core that's willing to do anything for each other. I think it works. It always works for me.
I just wish there was more time.
Yes.
Because, like, I feel like Johnny and Sue had one scene together of, like, them just talking.
Yeah.
And that was, like, when Johnny, like, kind of cracked that the Silver Surfer was, like, trying to give him a message.
Right.
And besides that, they didn't talk.
No. I think we'll kind of... There were definitely some characterization issues that I do want to talk about. But yeah, what else? Do you have anything else for what works?
I mean, I think you guys hit what all I thought. So.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do what doesn't work then. Let's roll right into that. I've got one here.
Can I start?
Oh no, please. Yeah, start.
I love Pedro Pascal, and I think he's a phenomenal actor, but I think he's almost too big of a star to be a superhero, because as soon as he was on screen, I was like, that's Pedro Pascal.
I think the problem that you're circling that I could recognize is that, like, he's not a nerd. Pedro's like a hot charisma guy. He's not a nerdy, reserved guy.
Well, it's not even that, because I thought he looked worried the entire movie, which was very good, because his world was ending.
Yeah, pretty much.
But it's just like, I feel like you kind of... It's a problem with casting, I think, is you want to get, like, the names that will sell. But the problem is then people just see... They don't see the character, they just see the actor.
Mm-hmm.
Which is ended up being my problem the entire time. It's like, at no point did this feel like Reed, and maybe that's a me thing, but
yeah, I've got something related to that. I think kind of part of that issue is, like, the costumes great, the faces they don't match up with the time. So, like, Pedro Pascal, they basically just took 2025 Pedro and put him in, like, retro suits, but, like, still had, like, the facial hair. Like, if he was fully clean shaven or just had a mustache and, like, a different hairdo, he fits the part. But he looked like 2025 Pedro. Same with Joseph Quinn. Looked like they just took him out of 2025 and put him in 1960.
They made him blonde, essentially.
Right. But, like, he can rock haircuts. Like, in Stranger Things, he had that 80s haircut, and it works. Like, give him something to work with from that era, and I think it fits. Give
Vanessa Kirby, like, a traditional 60s haircut too.
Like a beehive. Just give her a beehive.
Exactly. Yeah, give her a beehive.
Right. Like that. I had an issue with that. They didn't get the faces right. And maybe that's part of the issue with Pedro, is he just looked like the Pedro we've seen in 5 other properties this year.
Oh yeah, because he looked like that in Gladiator 2 also.
Yeah,
like, and he literally just with the same thing.
He looked like that in Last of Us. He looked like that in Materialists. Like, it's just we've seen that look so much that, like, give me something else.
Mm-hmm. I think it's just harder with, like, a named character like this. Like, in Gladiator 2, you can get away with it because, like, you're making up the character for that movie. But, like, yeah. You're playing a superhero. You have like this idea of what this superhero is supposed to look like, and I thought like he did a good job as in the role. It was just like it was so hard to distance the actor from the character.
I can agree with that. Sam, what do you got for what doesn't work?
Man, that CGI baby.
Yep, thank you.
Man, that was a little rough.
Yeah.
And then you could easily tell like how it went from CGI and like the next scene it was like an actual baby.
Yeah. Yikes. It was bad. As soon as it was bad. Yikes.
Yeah.
It was not good.
I was gonna say it's better than the Twilight baby, though.
I don't know. It was pretty close to
Twilight
Baby.
Twilight Baby's bad.
Yeah.
And I guess another one. This is a little bit of a bigger one, and we'll probably go over this a little bit later. But I'm not sure if Galactus was the right villain for this movie.
Oh, elaborate. I like that.
So I feel like Galactus should have been, or he will be, another big bad like Thanos. Or Doctor Doom. I think
even like Ultron, kind of like an Avengers
like
level threat.
Like I don't know. I just don't think Galactus was the right choice for a villain like this.
Yeah.
Maybe introduced him, but like I don't know if we'll probably go over it later too, when it has with the questions and stuff like that. But I'm hoping he comes back in Doomsday or
something.
Or another thing, because if he just gets defeated like that, that's like it kind of. I guess that's the big thing about like the superhero movies now is just like they have this big villain and then they'll just like get like killed off. Or like I guess yes, I know that's like the point of the movie and stuff like that, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean I think you've got a point there.
Yeah, I'm glad because like every Fantastic Four movie to this point has just done Doom, which I'm glad that they didn't do that, but at the same time they are on a crunch now where they have to get Doom established for Doomsday, and obviously it's the post-credits scene. But I feel like you also could have just made the movie of like introducing Doom in this world. Like, yeah, they did like the little Latveria tease at like the UN or wherever Sue was talking. But I feel like you could have had this same story of like Doom trying to steal Franklin and then winning and actually stealing Franklin. And that leads into whatever comes next, whether it's Doomsday or if Doomsday gets pushed back and something else has to come next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you save Galactus.
Yeah. There's been an issue, I think, with post Endgame Marvel where now they feel like they've done this galactic level threat. They can't really go back to not having a like a universe type threat. You know, like the beginning stages of Marvel was like the original Iron Man, not a great comparison, but like that was like his coworker was the big bad of that movie.
Yeah.
Like the first Captain America was like Red Skull, which at that point was basically just a guy. Like it was low level threats, and then Thanos came along, and then we've had Kang, we've had like the woman from Deadpool and Wolverine, we've had Galactus, we've had like they feel like they can't go back to non like world ending, universe ending level threats, but it's like just give me like Mole Man as the villain of this movie.
I called that too when we did our casting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just feel like, especially now, this phase of Marvel too, everything is just like they've already announced like Doomsday and Secret Wars. Like you can't, you have to, your movies have to direct into that in some way.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, you could do a Mole Man movie, but it's like, how are we gonna incorporate Doom?
Yep.
And how are we gonna incorporate something? It kind of sucks because like this movie does work very well on its own. Like you really don't have to watch anything else before it. And it, like honestly, if you didn't want to watch anything after it, I don't think you'd be like disappointed. But
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
If like you're an MCU fan, it's just like everything has to lead to something.
For sure. I mean, they've set that up for 20 years now, basically. All right, here's another what doesn't work. The Marvel humor, the Disney Marvel humor that they tried to put into this movie. Just can it. Just get rid of it. There's a few instances that I want to point out. One, I can't remember. There was one towards the beginning of the movie that I can't quite remember. That was like they made a joke that was kind of like cringy. But that end scene with the baby car thing, the car seat.
Oh, the car seat.
Stupid. Yeah. Get rid of it. Can it?
Yeah.
It's cute, just too long.
Yeah, no.
It was way too long.
Yeah. They just dragged it out. I was like, all right, this movie's over. Let's just like make it over.
Like save that for like the post-credit scene, honestly.
Right. And then another funny moment that I got in my theater was the it's clobbering time setup. Like they made it like they're like, it's clobbering time. It's like, I don't really say that. And then obviously they had the moment at the end where it's like, say it, whatever. And they hyped it up like everyone would be like, yeah, woo, let's go. Dead silence in my theater. Not a peep when he said it's clobbering time. I was like, yep, that's where we're at with these movies. No one cares. No one cares.
I'm trying to remember. Someone gasped at something next to me in my theater, but I don't remember when.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was a packed theater, and when every time there was a comedy joke,
comedy joke.
Sorry, I don't know where we're going. There was only a few people that laughed.
Yeah, no, it was
the whole theater
fully
that laughed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was the scene when Sue was like, when they're being chased by the Silver Surfer, and Sue was like, "Kill her, Johnny." The person next to me was like,
"Wild."
And I was like,
"Wild place to gasp."
Yeah.
Speaking of Sue Storm, here's another what doesn't work. Her whole role in the movie was basically just mother, and like, give me more. There's so much. It's like, I get it. You've designed this movie around her becoming a mother, being pregnant, but like that is every scene she's in. That's all she's about. Is just I am the mother, and it's like, okay, give me something else.
She pretty much takes down Galactus by herself.
Yeah, but like it's all just just give me one scene of her like using her brains to help solve the Galactus mystery, and I'm good. But her every scene she's in is like I am a mom and go fuck yourself, and that's it. And it's like, come on, there's more. We can do more.
Well, see, that's how I felt with Ben, like the Thing. I felt like he did nothing.
Really. He really didn't do much.
But I like that Sue was kind of like the core of the family. It's just like she's the one who delivered the speech in front of all the protesters that got them like to agree with her. Every time, there's another problem I had with the story with. They way too often consider just giving up Franklin to Galactus.
Yeah.
And she's the one that's like, no.
Hey guys, bad idea.
Yeah. Yeah, she was just like the core of it. And I felt like I remember reading that they wanted to make that a priority of like Sue is not just like she's going to be the foundational member. She's like the leader of them.
I guess that's fair.
She takes out Galactus by herself, essentially.
Yeah, essentially. What else do you got for what doesn't work?
I know I said it before too, but the editing is so bad with how much is cut out. Because there's that ending scene of them like figuring out the plan. And they're like, Reed's like, we have to use Franklin as bait. And then everyone's like, fuck no. And there's it just cuts to a scene of him and Sue walking in the snow. And then it cuts back to them like ready to fight Galactus. And like no one has agreed to this plan at this point.
Yeah.
And that's just one
in
instance.
that same vein, I have that the montages that they used in this movie I thought were quite good. They actually performed the montages well, but there were like 4 montages in this movie. It's like, all right, we don't need 4 montages in a 2-hour movie. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're gonna cut something.
Yeah, cut out one of the montages.
Yeah.
Sam, what do you got?
So another thing was I guess it's more of like a plot hole that actually Kayla noticed and I didn't.
Oh.
So
I love this.
Like she told me after. I'm like, oh, I didn't even notice that. She's like, movie critic over here. But so when they were putting all the transponder things around the world, they told everybody like to shut off the entire like all the electricity and stuff. And people were watching it on their TV. I mean that's what she told me. I have to watch it again to try to notice that. But she's like, everybody's watching the thing on their TV so when their power is supposed to be out. So like,
yeah, you know,
I'm like,
it's a good call.
I also have. I was gonna save that for my question part, but that plan was also incredibly dumb. If we're being 100% honest, and they wanted to teleport the Earth. They wanted to take the Earth and put it over there.
Oh man, yeah, I got the idea around it, but like, man.
Also,
like instead of that, let's transport Galactus, which
that
made more
would have
sense
been
in
a
the
way
Earth.
better plan from the start,
right?
Would it not have made more sense to just if they have all this material at their availability, would it not make more sense to just use solar power instead of just having the entire world turn off their TVs and their lights at 8 p.m. every night?
I just can imagine like they're like, man, we almost had enough power, but like this little cluster in San Antonio is like taking up the power grid. These crypto miners in fucking New York City are taking up all of our power. Plus, also, the grids aren't connected. Like, how are you gonna funnel the power to? I don't know, man.
And how did, like, yeah, and like, the whole entire world just happens to work together for this.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, after showing that the whole world is basically falling into anarchy, like financial systems are like collapsing.
Yeah. They're like, oh, don't worry, we'll build this.
Protests. Yeah, protests are happening around the world. But yeah, we'll do this.
There was a little bit of the suspension of disbelief going on there.
No, and I'm fine with that too. Like, it's a comic book movie. Honestly, it's a movie. I'm fine with it. But it's it's such a funny plan for the world's smartest man to just be like, everyone just
no other way.
Turn off. There's no other way. You gotta turn off your TVs. You gotta unplug your electric toothbrush. Yeah, bedtime's at 8.
Yep.
Another thing that I know that didn't work for me was we literally only saw Reed stretch at the end.
Yep.
Thank you. None of that, I had that too. Throughout the entire movie. In the early 2000s, the Fantastic Fours, like he would just be doing regular things like making his coffee, and he would just stretch over to grab the milk and sugar or whatever. Just I don't know. If
they kind of forgot that he had powers for like 3/4 of this movie.
Like it would be cool if like he was in his lab and he was using his powers to, I don't know, do stuff.
I thought that was the whole point of having like such a wide, like chalkboard.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it would be cool if he was at one end and like stretched his arm to
right all the way down. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe that's something they did shoot and then just cut.
Yeah, couldn't use. They couldn't get the VFX done in time or something.
Yeah. Which
it's probably pretty hard and expensive to do that stuff, but still, like, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, on the same vein, I don't know what changed in the third act, but like, did you guys notice how like it just looked completely different than the first 2/3 of the movie?
Yeah, I mean, it looked like a Marvel movie at the end.
Yeah, like just the way the camera was like tracking Pedro just completely changed. Like it just looks so much worse.
It was like the idea, kind of like what I brought up before, where like Shackman was like, I'm gonna make basically a Kubrick movie for the first 2/3 of this movie. And then they got to the end and they're like, okay, well, we need to make a Marvel action movie. And he was like, all right, fucking go ahead, do it. Whatever. I don't care.
Yeah. He's like, shit, we ran out of budget. All right.
Yeah.
It turns out you can't do Kubrick an entire movie.
Yeah. Only Kubrick could do Kubrick an entire movie.
Yeah. You could do Kubrick in the 70s when everything cost like a penny.
Yeah. All right, let's do best moments. I've got a couple here.
I got one.
I got one.
I actually got two. Never mind.
I love the cold open, the newsreel intro. We've already talked pretty at length about that. The launch sequence into meeting Galactus, into escaping Galactus. I thought that whole sequence, minus the baby birth, was straight heat. Like that was really good.
Yeah. The entire space sequence is probably the best part of this movie.
Yeah.
Maybe one of the best sequences of a comic book movie this year.
It was just, it worked really well.
Just looked incredible too.
Oh yeah.
Like.
Yeah. What do you got? Give me something.
That was mine. Was the space sequence.
Okay.
Yeah. And specifically, I liked a lot the introduction of Galactus and the shot of Shala Ball rising out of the lava.
That was cool.
That was sick as hell.
That was very cool. And then the aftermath of them coming home and like I which I already kind of touched on, like the public dissentment to the idea that Galactus is coming and we don't have an answer. I thought that was pretty cool too.
Yeah. Once again, Pedro looks incredibly worried all the time, which works incredibly for this movie.
Yeah. Just put him in a porn stash and a clean shave, and he fits that role instead of the stubble, the Pedro stubble. All right. Connor, what do you? I just realized, Sam, we never did our reviews for the movie.
Yeah.
Why don't we do that now? Why don't we do that now?
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Let's rock and roll because I'm sure you've got some.
Yeah, well, they were just sitting on my tabs.
Yep.
So, all right. So, Fantastic Four: First Steps has an 87% on the Rotten Tomato meter. As of now, that'll most likely change over the next couple of weeks. With a 93% audience score.
Pretty popular.
So, pretty popular. And then obviously it has our good old Google reviews. Has a 4.0 out of 5 so far. And then I found this one 5-star review that the guy is just literally talking about every single person in the movie.
Jeez.
Okay.
And like is like orgasmic over them.
Okay. Let's hear it.
So this one says, a heartfelt fun ride through the cosmos and through the Kirby verse. Matt Shagman should already be working on a sequel right now. If a sequel is not a plan yet, he should have a free reign to choose whichever project in the MCU and beyond he wants.
Yeah, the sequel is Avengers Doomsday, by the way.
Yeah. Michael Giacchino, I love you beyond what Galactus can consume. You should have an Oscar nomination and win for this film. Speaking of Oscars, Kasra Farahani, you are a true master of art. Your set design is immaculate. I know the TV Academy looked the other way for Loki, but I hope they are looking at this film. Just Hall, you have given you gave vision.
This is an open letter to Fantastic Four.
It's literally yes. Just Hall, you gave a vision to Matt's incredible imagination, given depth to Kasra's incredible world. Thank you for taking the chance on the MCU. I hope you stay. I want to thank the hundreds of visual effects workers who brought Earth 828 alive, brought soul to the thing, badassness, and heart of Shalabal, terrifying menace of Galactus. You guys truly deserve the world. Without you, Hollywood wouldn't exist.
Damn.
I recognize that.
What is
I
this
hope
fucking
Hollywood
awards
does
acceptance speech?
It sounds like this is
Do,
definitely
do, do,
AI.
do, do, do,
He
do,
won the Oscar for
do, do,
best film, and
do,
now he's
do,
thanking
do, do.
everyone.
and I'm playing him off.
Yeah.
I want to thank all the crew members who brought this film to
Yes,
life.
he's
Do,
giving
do,
it
do,
awards.
do, 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 do.
All right, this guy needs
You
to
all
fucking relax.
You all deserve afternoon tea. Winky face.
Oh, good.
No. I hope they say this.
Last but not least, the cast.
Oh,
Eben, we've come a long way from micro to the massive thing.
We've come a long way. What do you know him?
You have
You and I go way back.
Way back to Yancey Street, am I right?
Joseph Quinn, thank you for creating such an amazing, lovable goof who is also the coolest guy in the room. He's actually the hottest guy in the room, but anyways.
Nice. Nice. That's it.
I need you to be in every MCU film from now on, especially with certain Spidey fellow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Pedro Jin Reed Pascal. We have caught you in the MCU
Oh
and
my
we
God,
ain't letting
okay.
you go.
Jesus.
Vanessa Kirby, truly the heart and soul of the film. I love how you cared about this film. It was on screen with your every presence. I fell in love with Sue and can't wait to see more of her. Julia Garner as Shalabal,
Oh
I
my
love you
God.
so much.
This is literally Adrian Brody's speech. He's like, no. I've done this before. Just turn that off.
Please, Marvel Studios, bring everyone back as soon as possible. I know Doomsday is on its way, but beyond that, they deserve their full tenure.
Okay.
Just make the same movie again, is
Yeah.
what this guy wants.
Yeah.
And I'll do this 1 star real quick.
Mm-hmm.
To Pedro Pascal. You suck.
Pedro Jin
Stupid.
Pascal.
To Vanessa White Widow Kirby.
Napoleon's wife, Kirby.
Pedro Jin.
to Eben Cousin.
To Joseph Eddie Munson. Oh my God.
All right, this 1 star says, this movie sucked, and I'm sad to say that. All the talent gone to waste. Save your money and your time. You're not missing anything. The whole movie made Galactus look puny and weak. He was chasing a baby the whole time that God knows if we will ever see in the future Marvel movies. Lately, Marvel has been notorious for adding cameos or little plot points that never end up coming to fruition. It just seems like an excuse for them to beat whatever main supervillain there is. Like, why even make Sue die from exhausting her powers to have the kid bring her back to life? Like, just don't even make her die in the first place. It just all feels so inauthentic. Marvel has been on a downhill slope for some time now, and I was really hoping it would go in a different direction with this one. I'm not the type of person. I'm not even the type to review a movie if I don't like it. But OMG, this one is bad. It was to the point where I didn't even want to watch it anymore. Back in the day, they'd be throwing tomatoes at the screen.
Yikes.
Did these people even watch the movie before they greenlit it? Doesn't even make sense. The movie.
Yeah, no, they definitely did not watch the movie before it was greenlit, guys. Come on. So Matt Shagman walks into the room with rough cut number 1 of Fantastic Four. He's like, all right, this is the movie I want to make. It's already made. Stupid.
The movie completely skips the backstory about these characters, and I'm over here thinking, oh, well, they'll make it so much more detailed and interesting since they don't have to waste an hour showing how they got their powers. Boy, was I wrong. A whole lot of nothing happened for 1 hour, 55 minutes. Marvel, do better. This is a joke. This company makes billions of dollars, and these movies lately aren't even worth a $5 ticket on a Tuesday.
Damn.
So,
yeah. Damn. Incredible. On the one hand, we've got Oscar acceptance speech. On the other hand,
yes.
Got worst movie ever made. I love it. All right, I've got some what ifs that I want to talk about. Because there was a lot that I saw in the research here. So, way at the beginning when they were concepting this movie, Marvel Studios wanted Adam Driver and Emma Stone to play Reed and Sue.
I did see that.
But
Or at least Adam Driver.
Yeah. What did I say?
No. I saw Adam Driver, but
Oh.
I didn't see Emma Stone.
Yeah,
I saw Margot Robbie.
Oh, interesting. They both declined offers. So offers were out, but the studio didn't want to pay the high salaries that they were asking for.
Of course.
Which is like wild to me, and a recurring theme that will come back. Before the start of the SAG-AFTRA strike in 2023, Marvel held screen tests for Reed Richards that included Christopher Abbott and Jamie Dornan in the lead role. Keep that in mind as we continue to go down this list. The studio offered the role to Jake Gyllenhaal of Reed Richards, but he also asked for a salary that Marvel did not want to pay.
Of course.
And Marvel approached Matt Smith about portraying Reed, but they were instead looking for a bona fide movie star. And Matt Smith, obviously not that, obviously, but Jamie Dornan and Christopher Abbott 100% are bona fide movie stars.
Put some respect on Chris Abbott's name.
Come on, what do we? I mean, Chris Abbott. Okay, he's not a bona fide movie. He's not even a Matt Smith.
No. Nah. Yeah. I mean, but that's the thing. I feel like you need someone for this role who can just become
right.
Like David Corenswet. You look at him and you're like, "Oh, that's Superman."
Yeah.
You look at Pedro and you're like, "Oh, that's Pedro Pascal."
Yeah. You make a star out of the character. Yeah.
Because that's what happened with the Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. Their original big castings. They made those characters what they were, and they became stars because of it.
Right.
Not the other way around.
Right.
It really feels like they knew that this so much hinged on this movie, and they were like, "Fuck, we need a name." Like, respectfully, no one's pulling up to see a Chris Abbott-led Fantastic Four. And I love the man, but it's probably true.
Yeah, that's fair. Our boy, Krumholtz, approached Marvel about playing The Thing. And because they wanted they were looking for a Jewish actor. They had actually circled Ebon Moss-Bachrach pretty early on. And he was the first person that they announced as a casting. But Fantastic Four or Krumholtz met with Shackman about the role and obviously didn't get it, and then campaigned to be Mole Man instead. So 0 for 2, our boy Krumholtz almost. Hey, he would have been good in either role, to be honest. But
make him read.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, I can't.
Hell yeah. That would have been awesome. Nicholas Galitzine, rumored to be portraying Johnny, and had conversations about the role. Did not get it. And Javier Bardem was being eyed to portray Galactus after Antonio Banderas was previously linked to the role, and then they went with Ralph Ineson.
That would have been good.
Any of those three, I think, would have been pretty decent. Javier Bardem especially would have been pretty good. And then finally, the casting of Pedro Pascal forced him to drop out of Weapons.
Yeah,
which is interesting.
I knew that, but then Josh Brolin took his part, and
could have had a totally different movie.
Respectfully, I'm kind of glad that it's a Josh Brolin movie now.
Yeah,
because I think he just presents a way different character.
Yeah, I agree. All right, that's what I got for What Ifs, Connor. What about what's the best? Let's do that.
All right, so you know what's funny? There have now been 4 teams, unofficial, well, including the unreleased cut from the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
So, gentlemen, I'm gonna share my screen for this.
Okay.
Since there's been 4 teams,
oh boy,
why don't we member off each team to make a new Fantastic Four?
Interesting.
So we have this original team. I put their names in the notes so you guys don't have to just.
Oh, I can't
point.
read that.
I'm sorry. So we have Alex Hyde White is the Reed, Rebecca Staub, Sue, Jay Underwood is Johnny Storm, and then Michael Bailey Smith is the Thing.
Respectfully, who to any of them?
Yeah. Well, obviously, it was unreleased, so
Yeah.
And it's just an era of that we just don't know. And then obviously we know the 2005.
The OG squad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny how they all look kind of like edited in.
Yeah, right.
We have the Fantastic
Yikes.
cast. And we got our new one, which it's funny how there's been a new Fantastic Four movie every 10 years.
Yeah, they've really been trying to push this.
05, 15, 2025. And this one was kind of come out in 1994, so it could have been 95.
Yeah, it could have been.
So we could always just start from most recent and work our way back and just pick a member.
Yeah.
I think I know who I'm picking off this team.
I would pick Vanessa Kirby is my pick.
That's my pick too.
That was my pick.
Okay, cool. So we're all.
I have to pick her because I sniped the casting.
Yeah, you did also very good. I think she's really good in the role. I wish she had more to do in the role, but she's excellent actress, hot as fuck. So let's just get that out of the way. Works. It works.
Like you said, mother as hell.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're picking Vanessa Kirby off of that one.
Yeah.
Can we skip this one?
Nope. Nope.
Man.
I'm taking Michael B.
Yeah, I want to take Michael B, but I was gonna take a different Johnny Storm. But Michael B's a great actor.
We could pick different teams too.
No, I think I was leaning towards Michael B.
All right, I'll give you Michael B. I'll give you Michael B.
Michael B. Jordan as our Johnny Storm.
It's a shame we're not going Chris Evans as Johnny Storm.
I know, but I'm taking Ian Gruffold.
Taking Reed. Yep, I'm taking this. Okay. This Reed. Yeah, I think we're going with the same.
Yeah,
it's a good read. It's a good read.
Although I do like.
You don't want Miles Teller as Reed.
No,
I do like this Ben though too.
Yeah, Michael Chiklis.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we're gonna be taking Michael Bailey Smith.
He looks. It looks good.
Yeah,
yeah.
It is a good looking thing.
It could be Naked Thing from Fantastic. Yikes!
Yeah,
looks terrible, man. Yikes!
Yeah, it's so funny just how bad everything was with this movie from very start to finish.
Yeah. Yikes.
So yeah.
All right, there we go. I like that. That was a good one. Do you have any more? What's the best, or was that kind of the?
No, I do.
Okay, give me another one.
So, is Earth 828 New York the best looking set piece in Marvel?
Oh, good question. Yes. I was blown away.
Mm-hmm. Just the creativity of like you I think you nailed it calling it like Jetson inspired.
Mm-hmm.
The retro futuristic vibe.
Loved it.
And it has to be like practical set pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, like, yeah, because I'm not counting like the space scenes.
Yeah, it's just No, I would say yes.
Like I'll count a planet, but like
I was gonna
like a rocket ship in space doesn't count.
Right, because I was gonna put like I really liked Asgard.
No, we can count Asgard.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Asgard is good.
But I think that New York City was really good.
Yeah. No, there's not a lot of it works.
Yeah.
What else you got? Anything else?
All right. Last one is I herald his beginning, I herald your end, I herald Galactus, the coldest line of the MCU.
No. I've got one that just popped into my mind that I like better. It's I forget which one it's at the end credits of, but it's Thanos reaching in for the Infinity Gauntlet and final do it myself. It's like fuck. That's hard.
That's pretty
pretty hard.
Yeah. That's just the one off the top of my head. Although that one is really good too. That's a cold line.
Well, I mean, even like the line she had like right before it's like, "Are you guys the world's protectors?" Yeah, your world is now marked for death. That's
Damn.
pretty cool too.
Yeah. All right. That's all you got for best?
That was it.
Okay. I've got a new category, a new one,
Oh,
a new
boy.
award to give out. I'm calling this tentatively the Mariano Rivera Award for the guy who comes in for one inning and absolutely dominates. This is
Closer
Paul
award.
Walter Hauser as Mole Man. Has one scene in this movie and he just fucking rocks everyone's shit for one scene. That Mole Man scene is the absolute best moment of this movie.
Well, that's why he was going to be my sixth man.
Yeah, he comes in throwing 115 miles an hour for 30 seconds, and then it's over.
I forget what he said to Johnny, but he was like, something like, "You dress like a bitch" or something.
Oh yeah.
It's so good. I was dying. That was the best scene in the movie. I was like, I
I
cannot
love
believe
Paul Walter Hauser.
he was.
Ever since I saw him,
incredible.
and I think you should believe he's so funny.
Oh my god, so funny. So I want to start giving out that award for like anyone who has just one scene and they just absolutely go
Just
cracked out.
Reliever of the year.
They just black out for a scene.
This would have been great for Oppenheimer when
Oh my
there's just
God.
cameos of Josh
Literally,
Peck
yes.
just dropping the bomb.
Oh man, all right, I love it. Best shot. I've got like any of the shots in the Fantastic Four house. It's just they're all really good just because of the set design. But I didn't have anything that really stood out to me. I mean, I guess you guys have said Galactus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
I
then
didn't mind the
Surfer.
it remind me a lot of Interstellar, but the black hole scene.
That was cool. Yeah, that was cool.
I like that.
Yeah.
Good call. All right, questions for the movie.
Why did they think they could just move the Earth?
Yeah, that's kind of.
Did they think? Did they think that there would be any potential consequences of that?
Yep.
You just got to move it somewhere where it's the exact same conditions as sure, move the Earth. Yeah, that's not going to have major ramifications across the entire. Sure, move it. Yep, done.
Well, yeah, we've tested this with an egg. This will work. This will work with an Earth.
Reed Richards knocked out the whole of New York City's power grid moving an egg, and he's like, "Yeah, we'll just do the Earth." Oh man, why didn't Galactus have an army? Like, I get he's a world eater; he doesn't necessarily need it, but like Thanos had an army, and he could have taken on everything by himself.
I don't think he has an army, like in the comics.
Yeah.
I think he's just like a being.
He's like ego.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess they just like I needed something else for them to fight to really feel their powers. Like if we got like New York City invasion from Avengers in this movie, and we get to see them all like kick a bunch of just like NPC ass, I would have loved that.
I guess that was another thing. They really only showed their powers in the montage and then at the end.
Speaking of powers, what are Franklin's actual powers? Because like maybe that's like they intentionally alluded to it, but like he can heal, I guess.
Creating universes.
Sure.
Yeah, what is it in the comics?
He can create universes.
Oh,
Is that really what it is? Oh.
Yeah. That's why like everyone, spoiler alert, that's why everyone's going to be after him.
huh. Wild.
Like he's the most powerful person in the MCU now.
huh. Interesting. Sam, what do you got for a question?
Where did Galactus go?
Yeah, I think that's a great question.
Base.
I think I have a theory, a fan theory.
He went to Ego's planet. Just gonna go hang out there.
Sure. I have a theory. I don't know if we want to talk about theories now or
yeah, sure.
wait.
Sure.
I think that he's gonna go into the Earth 616 universe, and like that's where they transported him.
Like inadvertently transported him to Earth, to that universe.
You're right,
I like that.
and he might show up, and he might show up in Doomsday again. I hope he does.
Well, they're still writing it, so get your input now. They might slot it in.
Yeah. Listen, the Russos are working fast on ChatGPT to figure it out.
Jesus.
And then how did Fantastic Four get to that universe? Because at the end of Thunderbolts, we see their ship.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
didn't really.
I thought they were gonna show one of the post credit scenes. They were gonna show them go to that universe.
Yeah,
that's a
good
thought,
question.
but,
they never really. I don't know.
And then like Doctor Doom, like okay, well,
not gonna have a disfigured face.
I guess the only thing is just like that must be a variant of Tony Stark in this universe.
There is a version of Doctor Doom that is a variant of Tony Stark in the comics. So I'm assuming that's what it is.
They're not paying Robert Downey Jr. $90 million to not have his face out.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
So it's got to be something.
Yeah. So those are my questions.
Here's one for you. Is there a limit to Reed's ability to stretch? It's kind of like a physics question here.
Probably.
He was getting close. I think, in that one scene. But I don't know. Will he just keep stretching?
Those visual effects weren't that great either.
Yeah, that was good stuff. My best question here. Does Reed Richards DoorDash his groceries? And I ask this because that is the one guy at the grocery store that he does not want to go. He does not want to go because everyone's going to be asking, hey, can you just get that off the top, please? Can you? I'm sorry. Can you just reach? I'm sorry. And so anytime he goes to the grocery store, it's got to be just a nightmare for him because everyone's asking him to get off the top shelf. Like a Home Depot run for Mr. Fantastic is like every dad's crack. Like they're just asking him, I want that piece of that lumber way up there. Can you just grab that for me? Like 100% he DoorDashes everything.
I kind of wish there was like more scenes of like them just out in society.
In public.
Yeah, kind of like obviously the parallels to The Incredibles are like almost 1-to-1. I kind of like it would have been cool to see like like we got scenes of Ben just walking down the street like lifting a car for kids. Right. It would have been cool to see like them do more stuff just out and about. Like if Johnny was just walking by and like someone was trying to like light a candle for a birthday cake and he was like, I got you.
Yeah, light a cigarette or something.
Yeah, smoking kills, but here you go. Right. Another thing, real quick. I thought Johnny's powers were cool. How he could just absorb the fire.
That was cool.
A cool shot too.
That was cool. I like that a lot. Johnny Storm, best firefighter in the world.
Apparently.
All right, Connor, do you have another question, or you?
That was pretty much it. Just why move Earth?
Oh, okay. Again, why? Is there any other like? Are they the only? The four of them the only heroes on that Earth? Because
it seemed like
it.
Probably at that time.
New York's mightiest heroes, because they really did go protect anywhere else.
Right.
All right, let's do hot take. I got a hot take. Do you guys have hot takes?
Of course I do.
All right, I've got one. But I'll save it. Sam, you do your hot take.
Oh, this might stir some commotion.
Stir the pot.
Love it.
I did not like the casting of Pedro Pascal and Joseph Quinn.
Okay. I mean, valid.
I just don't think they fit the role. We did allude on Pedro a little bit earlier, but I just felt like Joseph Quinn, he didn't really play that kind of Johnny. Like, yeah, he was kind of like the flirty type almost, but like I'm so used to like Chris Evans,
yeah,
Johnny Storm.
It's like the natural charm.
Like, he walks in and he has the biggest dong in the room kind of thing.
Love it.
Um,
I mean, I think that to a degree they stunt casting a little bit. Like, they are very talented people, and it's not stunt casting in a way that they're not talented, but like, you know, they were riding off the success of Last of Us and Stranger Things to bring in these people, and The Bear, and, you know, Vanessa Kirby. I mean, Ebon Moss-Bachrach was good, but like, you know, undoubtedly they cast him because he was popular in The Bear.
Yeah,
and
which I'm not discrediting any of these actors or actresses' ability to act. You know, it's just I wasn't a big fan of them in this movie.
Yeah, I don't think that's incorrect. I've got a hot take here. Johnny Storm is actually the hero of this movie. Like, undoubtedly, 100%, he is the main character and the hero. This is a guy who is willing to sacrifice himself over and over, or put his body in harm's way for the betterment of both his team and greater society. He's critical in figuring out the mystery of Galactus, and he does it on his own. And he's kind of feels like the linchpin of the whole team. Like, everyone loves Johnny, and Johnny loves everyone. Johnny's the hero of the story. He's the man, and everyone else takes a backseat to Johnny Storm.
Yeah, I can see that.
All right, Connor, hot take.
Have one.
Oh, you didn't have one. All right, cool.
Well, I mean, I guess my hot take is, like, I was the hardest, not the hardest, but I did not like the Joseph Quinn casting at the time, but I thought he was definitely one of the better performers.
Ooh, interesting.
I mean, maybe it's just like they wrote him the best, I would say.
Yeah,
because they gave him more stuff to do.
Yeah,
because we saw his powers the most, you know.
Yeah, all over this.
He was written to be smart, not just like a dumbass like Chris Evans was.
All right. Before we get to our final thoughts, we gotta do a prop. What are you taking home from this movie?
His computer setup.
Ooh, nice. I like that. I'm taking home Herbie. I want Herbie. Give me Herbie.
I was going back and forth between two, but I'm taking the surfboard because she comes with it. So.
Oh, a little Julia Garner action. I love it.
Or I was gonna go with the spaceship.
Spaceship is cool too, but the surfboard is a good pick.
I was thinking about taking the car, but I was like, I'm definitely crashing this thing immediately.
No, I'm taking the little baby carrier.
The baby carrier. Yeah. Oh God. All right, final thoughts, Connor. I'll kick it off with you. What are your final thoughts for?
You want the score too?
Yeah, sure. We'll do scores. Yep.
Yeah. So this is definitely a good MCU movie, but it definitely had potential to be like just a great movie. Period. The cast was good. Obviously, I've made my thoughts about Pedro known, but even though I thought he was like miscast, I still thought he was good. I thought the movie looked great for the most part, especially like those space scenes. I just wished like I had more of an emotional reaction to the movie, like when I left. Like Superman, I cried twice during Superman, and like there was nothing in this movie that kind of elicited that same, or even like a fraction of that reaction. And maybe it's just because I don't like the Fantastic Four as much as I like Superman, but I don't know. Obviously, it's setting up for Doomsday, and I'm not excited for that at all. But like I said earlier, this is a good movie that you could just watch independent of anything that came before it or anything that will come after. So
you don't have to do your homework.
Exactly. You don't have to do homework, and you don't have to do any more homework after this. This could just be it if you like the Fantastic Four. So I think I'm going to give this movie a 4 out of 5.
All right. Yeah, I liked it. I like this movie. It's much better than some of the previous films. Did a lot of things right. Yeah, Thunderbolts was pretty good. But it did
Oh, I thought you were talking about Fantastic Four.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, yes. But it did a lot of things right. The first hour and a half where we get to live in that future world is just, it's all heat. It's so good. I love it. And I wish I lived in that kind of retro universe. But outside of that, there were some just Marvel issues that keep creeping in to these movies. Some of the castings were, whatever. And some of the character beats were whatever. But overall, pretty solid. I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. I like it. I liked it. All right, Sam.
All right. Like you guys, like I liked it. Although it was predictable at times, and I forgot to mention, I kind of wanted to talk about the ending too. And they fell into the trope of you think a character dies and magically they're alive, which I saw coming from a mile away.
Same. As soon as they
picked up the baby, I'm like, well, the baby's gonna heal her and she's gonna actually live. Which I'm like, well, that's like,
it's great.
I don't know. So it was predictable. I do think that a couple of the miscasts, but it didn't take away from the movie that much. I still think it's a step in the right direction that Marvel is going, and hopefully they get their shit together for Doomsday.
Unlikely at this point.
Or whether that be like start it now and get the best script ever, or push it out another year, which they probably should. I'm gonna split the difference between you. I'm gonna go with 3.75.
All right, I like it. So that gives us an average score of a 3.75. And puts this at, let's see, 21st best movie, just above 0.01 above
just
Mickey
above.
17. And just
above.
Wow, and just below Mission Impossible Final Reckoning at 3.94. We're like, we've got a
couple of
stretch
2025 releases.
Yeah, a couple of 2025s in there. Yeah, so that's going to do it for this episode of the Filmbox Podcast. And if you like what you listen to, subscribe, leave a rating, follow us, do all of that fun stuff. It really helps us out. Tell your friends. That's helpful too. And it means a lot to us. You can, support us on our website, follow us there, where we're writing articles and in doing all that stuff. Go to our YouTube, which I'm trying to post more video content there, and on TikTok and all of that stuff. That's all going to be linked in the show notes. And go to our Letterboxd accounts, and you can see what we're watching when we're watching them. You don't have to wait for each episode to find out that Connor watched 17 DC movies. 12 DC movies this month, this
10.
week.
Yeah.
But yeah, with that said, that's going to do it for the Filmbox Podcast, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.
See ya.